The last delivery. Jason Miller had a simple philosophy. The later the shift, the bigger the tips. As a pizza delivery driver for Tony's Pizzeria in Fairview, a quiet little town in Middle America, he relied on those tips to cover his rent and college expenses. Friday nights were his bread and butter, with hungry customers and generous gratuities. But this Friday was different. The streets were unnaturally quiet, and Jason's usual rhythm felt off. Orders came in sporadically, and the hum of Fairview seemed dulled, as if the town itself were holding its breath. At 11:45 p.m., as he prepared to clock out, the phone at the counter buzzed. Maria, the night shift cashier, picked up. Her brow furrowed as she took the order. "Jason, one last delivery," she called, holding up the ticket. Jason groaned, but when he saw the tip amount scrawled on the ticket, a generous $50, he relented. The address, however, gave him pause. Ridgewood, a remote neighborhood on the town's outskirts. It was more woods than community. Instructions say to leave the pizza on the porch and knock 3 times, Maria added with a shrug. Easy money. Jason tossed the pizza into his car, punched the address into his GPS, and set off. The drive took him away from the familiar streets and into the dense woods surrounding Ridgewood. The road narrowed, the streetlights disappeared, and Jason felt the oppressive weight of the dark woods closing in. "You have arrived at your destination," his GPS chirped. Jason slowed to a stop in front of an old Victorian house. It loomed like a relic from another time, with peeling paint, cracked windows, and ivy crawling up its walls. A single porch light flickered weakly. Jason hesitated, his instincts prickling. He grabbed the pizza, walked up the creaking wooden steps, and placed it on the porch. Knock, knock, knock. The sound echoed unnaturally, almost metallic. He waited a beat, then turned to leave. "Wait." The voice was faint, barely audible. Jason froze. He glanced back at the porch. The pizza box was gone, but the door remained shut. His pulse quickened and he hurried to his car, locking the doors as soon as he climbed in. Back at the pizzeria, Jason tried to laugh off the strange encounter with Maria. "Probably some recluse," she joked. "You know, the kind who tips big because they never leave their house." Jason nodded, but he couldn't shake the uneasy feeling that lingered like a shadow. The next night, another order came in for the same address. This time, the name on the ticket was different, J. Halloway. Jason flatly refused to take the delivery, but Maria teased him until he caved. "Fine," he muttered, "but if I don't come back, tell my mom I love her." The drive felt even more ominous. The woods seemed darker, the air heavier. When he reached the house, the porch light was already on, and the front door was slightly ajar. Jason's gut screamed at him to turn around, but curiosity pushed him forward. He stepped onto the porch, placed the pizza down, and knocked 3 times. The door creaked open wider, revealing a dimly lit hallway. Shadows flickered on the walls, cast by a single candle burning on a table inside. "Hello, pizza delivery," Jason called, his voice trembling. No answer. He turned to leave, but the door slammed shut behind him. The sound echoed through the house, reverberating in Jason's chest. The air inside was icy, and a faint smell of decay made him gag. "Hello?" he called again, taking cautious steps forward. A low, guttural laugh echoed from upstairs. Jason froze, his breath caught in his throat. Suddenly the laughter stopped, replaced by a deafening silence. Then a voice, soft, almost childlike, whispered, "Why did you come back?" Jason spun around, searching for the source. A figure emerged at the top of the staircase. A gaunt man in a tattered suit, his hollow eyes glowing faintly in the dim light. "You brought it here," the man rasped, his voice filled with malice. "Now it won't let you leave." Before Jason could react, the shadows around the man surged forward, twisting and writhing like living things. They enveloped the room, plunging it into darkness. Jason screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the void. The next morning, Maria noticed Jason's car parked outside the pizzeria. The driver's seat was empty, and the keys dangled from the ignition. Inside, the phone rang. Maria picked it up, her cheerful tone faltering as a chilling voice spoke on the other end. "Another delivery tonight." Same address. Her heart pounded as she glanced at the counter. A pizza box sat there, its lid closed. It hadn't been there moments ago. Scrawled across the box in Jason's handwriting were 3 words: "Don't send anyone." Thank you for joining me in the shadows. If you enjoyed the journey, please subscribe and share a creepy Vault 45 with friends, because some chills are best when we're not alone.